If I said the Lions should sell the farm to get that guy, Myles Garrett, is that ridiculous?
That's not ridiculous at all. All season long, what did you talk about on this show and every other show? It was the fact that if the Lions had a closer, especially after Aiden got hurt, or if they had another guy to pair with Aiden Hutchinson, it would make this football team complete. You know, notwithstanding all the other injuries that they had. They should go out and get Myles Garrett. Yeah. They have everything as far as management, coaching. They have the right kind of culture that he's looking for. And this guy is a one-man wrecking crew. If Aiden Hutchinson comes back healthy and Lee McNeil is healthy on the inside, just think about it. You've got it right there. You've got three pieces right there that will wreck your dreams. You better go out and get a guy like this.
Myles Garrett wants to be traded, and we know that because he is saying it to anyone who'll listen. He posted it, and then he's going on shows. He's on with Mina Kimes yesterday, and he was with her to talk about what kind of team he's looking to join.
Someone who's in position to contend sooner right away, and I could come in and still play my brand of football with any playoff team or any championship team. They're going to have a good quarterback, and you've seen some game managers go out there with a great defense and win it all. But if you want to consistently be at the top, you got to have a really good quarterback, and that's hopefully where I find myself.
Anyone who has anything to give up should do it for Myles Garrett. Go get it. He's that type of player. We talk a lot about having a centerpiece of your defense that takes a lot of the pressure to allow you to do other things. He is that good. I think the Commanders are another place where you should consider going all in because they have that cap room with the rookie quarterback deal. But what he can do for that Lions defense, I think, would be incredible. They play a similar. They want to play a lot of man coverage. Yep. He would make as a cornerback having Myles Garrett. Would want to hug him after every play because it's going to make your life.
We often talk about the one-piece type teams. That's what guys want. The Detroit Lions are a true one-piece type team, right? They got the great offensive line. They got the quarterback. They got the running backs, receivers, defensive. They got the corners they want. So when you go somewhere like that, that is the perfect fit for a Myles Garrett. But to Nick's point, any team is a better team the day they sign Myles Garrett. But if I'm clear, I ain't trading him to AFC. He's going to go somewhere in the NFC where I may have to meet him way late. I dang sure ain't let him get away somebody close.
Well, to your point, there are one-piece teams. He's more than one piece. Myles Garrett should count as multiple pieces. But at the end of the day, he's asking to be traded. He's talking everywhere about it. But, the Browns ultimately have to meet him halfway and be willing to do it.
Right?
Well, that's what I mean.
If it's going to happen, right. And so far they're saying they don't want to trade him and they hope that they can mend some fences. Now, he sounds like a man at peace with his decision. It sounds like this is not about money, right? Like you're not going to just, if you're the Browns, be able to give him a big new contract and everybody's happy. So if he is going to be willing to hold out, skip training camp, skip games, right, then the Browns have to get serious about trading him. The problem is, they don't have to take that seriously now, right? They can go through free agency and the draft and continue to stay dug in. If they trade him, they take on $36 million in dead cap money this year. That his cap number goes up if they trade him. So for them, not for the acquiring team. So it's going to be tricky for them to do it. They do have a notable quarterback contract that's very hard to work around on their roster that doesn't help with this, but it's going to be tricky.
And they have the second pick in the draft. So here's the way I'm sort of envisioning this. There's a pass rusher named Abdul Carter coming out of Penn State. Maybe you plug him, you draft him, you plug him in there. You got a king's ransom for Myles Garrett. You bring in Kirk Cousins, who's going to cost you absolutely nothing, right? The Falcons are basically paying his entire contract. It's like the Russell Wilson situation from a year ago. Yeah. Cousins played for Kevin Stefanski and had great success there. You can sort of turn things around pretty quickly there in that circumstance.
In theory, right. If you hit on those draft picks and they all turn out to be the types of players that you want them to be, the coaching staff, all that stuff all kind of works together. But I think that, look, this is without a doubt, though. This really is a reflection on the Browns and the fact that they have turned off one of the best players of all time as far as defensive players are concerned. Really, across all positions, you've made him not want to be a part of your organization. That to me is really the conversation here. Yeah, they can maybe potentially add some things here to where they can become a better team in the long run, but do you trust the Browns to do that at this point?
That's my question with the Browns, like when you're saying they don't have to address it right now, but part of the Browns' problem is if you don't address it right now and it does get to a holdout situation, you're way late in the game. If you know he's willing to do this and you just have these conversations, he's like, hey, I'm not going to play for you again, To me, it would be advantageous for them to move earlier rather than wait.
That's why the draft is the draft is a real pressure point because
sure.
you know you're getting this year's picks and you know what those picks are.
That's right.
You wait till after the draft, you're trading them somewhere.
Thank you.
You're making that team better. That pick gets worse next year,
That's right.
So,
And the
yeah.
longer you wait, this becomes a public relations disaster.
That's right.
Didn't we just talk about this the other day? They're trying to get a stadium built in Cleveland.
Yeah,
well-
the fan base already is behind Myles Garrett. They don't blame him for wanting to get out of there right now.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Who could blame him for wanting to get out there? I mean,
Right.
It's a catastrophe.
Yeah.
The Deshaun Watson thing is going to wind up going down as one of the worst transactions.
Not one of.
So perhaps the
Yeah.
worst when all is said and done. That's not.
I mean,
that
think
problem.
about it.
As
No.
you consider what it is.
Not at all.
The Browns have plenty of experience with public relations disasters. That's one area
Well,
where they
I
really.
guess, I mean, I'm only saying this in the context of, well, they don't have to do anything. You're
Yeah.
right. Look, Andrew Berry could just sit there and go, hey, look,
Yeah.
I hold the cards here. I don't have to move you. Well, go ahead and do that if you want to alienate whatever is left of your fan base up
That's
there.
right.
Is it worth saying out loud that they were in the playoffs last year? Like,
Sure.
I mean, I get that we can make fun of them and they are easily make funnable.
Good roster, good coaching, everything.
Absolutely.
They're saddled with this
But again-
quarterback problem that's never going to get
But
solved.
where did it start to rot?
Right.
At the very top, underneath the GM, underneath the head coach, at the quarterback spot.
Yeah, that's
and from
right.
there, it just infiltrated everything.
Yep.
It's the worst contract in history.
Yep.
Period.
For sure.
And you add in what they gave up to get him. 9 NHL games.
How's it going, everybody? Villa Sports Network here. Just want to thank you guys for your support on the channel. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Also want to kind of remind you to don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment on the video if you like as well. But regardless of the fact, thank you again for your support, and hope to see you on the next video.